Welcome back to the channel. If you don't know, or if you're new, my name is Frank Anderson. This should just said my first name. I doxed myself. Don't be coming to my house. I'm Gen X. Don't be looking for us, alright? Leave us to our rock. This is American Eagle Rises. How you guys all doing Wednesday? You know what? This is part 2, or roll, whatever. Second take. I'm trying to get on the camera app. I didn't touch it. I didn't hit the stop button. Or if I did, I didn't know I did. So anyway, Wednesday. Guys got anything? No? Well, another dumb day at work. Survived. Today was payday, and guess what? GM put money in my bank account. Plural, yeah. And I was saying this as it got hung out, right? So, I have I think 2 credit unions and 3 major banks. Anyway, there's where I live, there's so many credit unions. It's kind of crazy. But why do I do that, right? Well, sometimes an ATM or whatever they use, the electronic part, right? Those are one bank, their ATMs aren't working, but some other banks is, right? So kind of like that, and then kind of have, not that I'm gonna have to go to the bank and get a whole bunch of cash out, right? I mean, that would be kind of fun, right? Go to the bank, hey man, I got 50 G's, man. I want them all in dollar bills. Next thing you know, they're yeah, we got this guy here. Yeah, can you come pick him up? Anyway, so let's give a little rundown here for a Wednesday. We're gonna... You guys know what I'm doing. Oh my god, I look so old. I look horrible. No wonder no ladies want to... Hang on, wait. How about that? Now do I look like a boomer? Oh my god, how did I get old? Yeah, alright, anyway. You guys don't give a shit about my age. Well, maybe you do. D-Wax, okay, dollar. Bleh. This looks like the same... I think the market was down earlier. And it looks like it's trying to recover again. It's all the bullshit. Tariffs, Trump, Boogeyman, whatever. What's the new Boogeyman today? Yeah, so we'll look at, SPY. Looks like it's about even. The 10-year yield is even. The dollar is slightly strengthening, but it can't get over 100. Come on, man, my gold and silver. Come on, what are you guys doing? But the miners. Yeah, see, here's a rare day where the miners actually are doing pretty good. Yeah, it's not a 1-to-1, even though it's a ratio. But hey, that's Brian. Hey, Brian, if you're watching, you're doing it again. Shame on you, mister. You were gonna put you in the corner. Don't put baby in the corner. I can't remember what the hell that was from, man. I get too old. Anyway, here's some of the... so there was more news about China caving. So, I think his name is Dr. Steve Hurley. I know, the last name sounds a little squirt. Hey, that rhymes! A little squirrely. A little, instead of a little birdie, a little squirrely. He came up and went, Hey Frank, China has trouble. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm reintegrating my 8-year-old self, so there's the door, right? You don't like this, there's the door. You don't like goofiness, there's the door. We just have so many things to, get us upset and stressed, and, when I'm not on the camera, I always cry. Not all the time. Just a couple times. You guys know what the hell I'm talking about. Anyway, Yeah. So anyway, he was, Xi Jinping, the CCP. They'll never say, "Oh yeah, the tariffs aren't here," but yeah, they're already getting rid of it, and they had to do it because China makes a bunch of plastic stuff, right? But guess what they need? So there's a precursor material, and it's not ethanol. It starts with like an E. It's actually a gas. It's actually a kind of a byproduct of natural gas, like as you're doing it. It's but you use this gas, and guess what? Good old USA. We got something in our back pocket. So they need this precursor to do anything for their plastics, right? Well, can you think of how much plastics are in every product? Like, look at this camera I'm using. Plastics, right? Look at this keyboard. Plastic. Look at this little mouse over here. Well, it's not a real mouse, but your phone, your car, right? So they couldn't make plastics, so they had to go, oh, yeah, we won't put 100, because the 125 was hurting China, because China had to buy it, so they had to pay for it. And they're already losing like 5 million jobs. So if these tariffs go in, they'd be losing 10 million, and this is just in a couple of weeks. But they'll never come out. But anyway, I thought that was great. It's just like, yeah. But guess what, right? Newsweek and The Guardian and the Washington Post, New York Times, or what? Like, they'll never say this shit. Because guess what? Those media companies, they're going bye-bye. 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 They're all going bye-bye. Like CNN, I call that the Communist Network, or the Communist News Network. So let's see whatever. There was something here about, there was another, Raymond, there was another damn thing in here with Dave Ramsey, and he was, what was it, like, it was like something like, thanks a lot, Captain Obvious. Like, he must be really hurting for business. I don't get this, guys. Yeah, anyway, Michelle Obama details nightmare. Oh, you mean Michael Obama? Yeah, look at her. She's packing, if you know what I mean. Elon Musk working remotely for Doge. Well, yeah, because he's doing it for free. What the hell? Why do... I can't... Like, I think Elon's got a good mind up here. But I think his companies are kind of shit, to be honest with you. But, hey, whatever, right? Somehow someone wants his stuff. But, right, like, I think he wanted people to come in the office, right? So, what do they got to do? Oh, he's working remotely. What? But he's not taking a paycheck from the goddamn government. What the right? So, yeah, he's working remotely. Yeah, I think 5-year-old kids can smack talk better than these articles. How is a new pope chosen? Oh, well, apparently... Don't get me started with that. Why do we have a pope? Right? Oh, and he's supposed to be God on earth? Like, are you... Yeah. Hey, who killed God and made you God, or whatever what's that saying go? Put it down below, guys. You get old, everything blurs together. I gotta eat more eggs, because, I might be getting I call it old timers. I can't say that. I think I told you guys before, like Pacific and... I did it. Did I say... Wait, did I say specific? Okay, yeah. I normally say Pacific, not specific. Yeah, get on with the damn... Yeah. Come on. I'm doing my best. I get like 4 views, maybe. Come on. This conflict... Oh, stop moving the news. Is America's economy... Slip temper. Really, we've been in recession for almost 2 years, and they still. Oh, is it temper? It's only transient. That's right. Jay Powell said transient. Transient. Yeah. Hey, how's those Transformers doing? Man in disguise. Oh yeah. Let's see here. What is that? Nah, we don't care about that. Trump reacts to Joe wrote. Why is that news? Don't know. It just says warning about blah 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 blah. Supreme Court open to religious public Guardian. Like, do we? What is this? What else is? What is all this stuff? Republican senators comment. Shut up, man. Most of those senators are damn rhinos. Hey, man, what happened with Rand Paul, man? I thought he was a cool guy. What the hell? He's doing some shenanigans. Oh, Mega Million. You know, that was like one of my dad's guilty pleasures, right? Like, poor dude, right? He's like getting old, right? And he was a blue collar guy, right? So, he didn't quite have a retirement plan. Because he never, he built retransmissions. He never worked for a union. And actually, honest, he hated unions because, right? Like, he'd be like, we got to get the job done. Come on. Like, why are you sitting on your ass like that? My dad did kind of sound like that. Like, when he was really silent, but when he talked, he'd be like, what are you doing, kid? The hell? Hold the flashlight like this, not like that. No, like this, kid. Like this. So you never knew if he was, like, pissed off. Like, you just... and I think my mom was, like, could probably hear, right? So she's, like, probably checking to make sure I'm still alive. Like, hey, Gar, how you doing back there? Oh, we're fine. We're fine. Oh, God, Dad, I miss you, man. I miss those days. Oh, my God. But anyway, getting back to the story. Mega Million. It's right here. Something about 349 Mega Million jackpot winner finally comes forward. Yeah. Because he knows his life's going to be turning upside down any day now, right? Like, but yeah, so anyway, my dad, didn't work for a union. All the places he went, 401k wasn't a thing, right? There was no such thing as pensions when you're a mechanic, right? Or at least, he was just mechanic for transmission shops or just car shops in general, right? So, he kind of did it more when we moved to, I don't know if you guys know Detroit, but in Farmington Hills. So we moved there. So, I don't know. I'm trying to remember when. Like, it might have been like early... I think I might have went to 9th grade when he started doing it. So it was probably early on when we moved there. But, he... right? He's like, oh, yeah, I got to get my Mega Millions thing, right? So... he's always like, well, you can't win if you don't have a ticket. I'm like, okay, how many times have you won? Yeah, we haven't won yet. But at least he didn't spend that much. Like, he wouldn't, like, I think back then they were $1 a ticket. Yeah, I know, back when they were $1 a ticket, right? So, I think, like, for the most part, I think, like, every week he'd get, like, at least 5. And then when it was, like, big, right, when the jackpot got big, I think he'd get, like, 10 or something. And, like, I've done it before, but not to, like, I didn't do it every week, right? So, when it gets kind of big, like, when I say big, like, it's got to be, like, 500 grand, or 500, yeah, no, 500 million. 500, although, 500 grand, I'll take 500 grand, dude, I'll take it right now. I'll probably retire on that. Like Raymond says, right? Like, Raymond, how long should that last me, right? Like, 100 months? Right? Like, how much more, I'm 51, like, 100, like, what is that? Like, oh, that's only like 10 years. Like, well, still, I'll be 61 and then I'll have to work again. I don't know. Maybe I'll make it big. But anyway, so I used to wait. So I'd play, get 10 tickets and whatever. It's just like, yeah, all right. I probably threw it down but yeah, I didn't remember that about him. He's just kind of funny that just showed up. And it just popped in my head. So sorry I kind of went down a little memory lane there, but yeah. What else is here? Economy shrinking first quarter. No shit, dude. Like, yeah, this is what really irks me more than anything, right? Like, number one, they're lying to you, right? Like, is there some truth in here? Yeah, but this is like, you're eating a shit burger and there's like a little pebble of real beef in it. Right? It's not like a big burger and like a little bit of shit in it, right? But like these news, like these headlines, like this ain't shocking. This ain't new. Like it's only 6 hours old. Like, yeah, but and how much money do you think they get from advertising? And I'm on YouTube, right? And I get like I said, like a handful. Like, I'd be lucky if I get more than what I can count. Like, I can probably get a baby, a 6-month-old kid can probably count how many views I get. Hey, speaking of which, this is 20 vintage baby names that need to Women's Day? Oh, that's holy hell, they still have that? Oh my lord. Back then when actually Women's Day, like, I remember like when I was, here we go, Frankie history lesson. So there was like a 2-year stint that I worked for a library. Actually, I was really good at it. They really loved me there. It was hard not to work there. But like they could only pay so much. I finally found a better job, but yeah, I got really good at it. They kept having me do different jobs. I did basically everything there, but one of the things there, they had all these magazines, right? And we would keep, I think, like a year's worth. So there was like, I want to call it like a little bit of back area, and we'd have all the back issues for the magazines, right? And then like out front, I think it'd be like at least the latest issue and maybe the issue before that, because it was a smaller area, and we had like a lot of magazines. So it was really cool that it was funny because like I never paid for a magazine subscription because it was at the and then it's funny because when the new ones came, right, I would have to be responsible for we had to put like like at these labels and stickers and like that, right? So like, oh hey, Sports Illustrated. I remember when the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue came in, they didn't know they got it. Yeah. Frank's, I know. Trying to be a good impression here, but come on. I'm a guy, man. I think I was like 20. So I still am like horn dog. I'm fit. Like, what the hell, right? Like, back. That's like a whole nother thing. Like if I had to graph, like like how much urge it, like I'd say like, okay, like 10. Like I'm telling you, yeah, it's like been going on way too long, right? And it sharply went up all the way to like 16 and just stayed there. It stayed there. And I think like by the time like 30, it kind of just, just like, a little bit. And then like, it's like, it's like I'm still 18. But anyways, I'm trying to be, I know, I just ruined the video. And sorry, young men over there. It's just to show you we're all human, right? But it was funny because then eventually, right, I said, hey, I'm like, the Sports Illustrated came with the swimsuit issue and like all the older librarians, like, oh. I swear. that would almost be cute to go back to that, right? But it was funny though, because it never came. So they're like, and like the older librarian guy, he's like, oh, I wonder who ordered. And I was like, years later, I'm like, he ordered it. He ordered it, and he didn't think I'd see it first. Geez, the early 90s, man. Yeah, I think it was like 92 or 93. It was like one of my first, I think it was like my second year. I can't remember. My second year, I went to OCC. I went to OCC my first 2 years. Well, you guys don't know OCC unless you go to Michigan. Like, live in Michigan and around Detroit. Anyway, so what else is here? Conservative judge win and Supreme. Looks kind of dumb, guys, here. There was one more thing I was going to note, but Ford CEO goes under the hood of... Oh, yeah, that's right, man. My company got... Yeah, and this is look at it. Yeah, you guys have got a newer Silverado. Does it have the 6.2 V8? There was like a manufacturing defect. And it basically grenades the engine. You can't make this shit up, man. General Motors, right? The pioneer of the, Chevy 350, right? I mean, that thing's a tank, right? I mean, like, it's like probably the most successful V8 ever. I mean, I don't know. Ford might have, one of the Hemis. That came later, but that, you know what I'm saying? There's only so many engines, right? Probably that 350 is probably the one that's hanging around for a while, right? But I just shook my head. I'm just like, I could see like one of these 3-cylinder, 4-cylinder, some crazy, I don't know, inline sixes used to be good, but I don't know if GM ever made an inline six. If we had a car with an inline six, we probably bought it from a Zuzu or something like that and put it under a hood or something. But a V8, especially like that size of a V8, like it's almost like, why did we make a new engine? Like, we should have just made the old one and just like, hey, take a little bit of aluminum out here and there. No, why the whole thing? I don't think it was a complete brand new V8. Like, I think the block is relatively the same, and but yeah, the crank's got an issue, and it's just So I don't know how much that's gonna cost us, but talk about we'll say what did David say when Saul and Jonathan fell or something, like like, whoa, the mighty have fallen or something like that. Something like that, right? Like, you would think an internal combustion engine V8, like GM's got you covered, right? Apparently not. To be fair, it's a defect, okay? Right? But my point is like, why did it take so long to find it? Number one, find it, right? Because these things are blowing up like, they don't have that many miles on it. Like, you would think after, like 10 of these engines, right? Like, like 1-800, like, the dealer's like, hey, man. Oh, that's right, the dealer don't care. That's right, dealers don't care. If you guys don't know, GM actually pays for that. So, when cars come in for warranty work, the dealers are like this. They're like, yeah, boy. Now, that's why they also have a book about, like, how long... Like, oh, well, this only takes this long and this long, right? And you can only charge certain parts. But it's, those service time intervals are, well, they've gotten better, but they're still a little padded. So if you have a good mechanic, like what happens is in some of these places, and let's say dealer does all this warranty work for whichever one OEM, right? And once there's a recall, they're like, oh, like they get like a chubby, but and then they give incentives to some of their better mechanics because it'll say, oh, this, hey, replace this part here, and hey, well, you can bill 4 hours and you can bill these parts, right? And the dealer makes like, the part will be $5 and the dealer will get 10, right? Like, right? But if it's a 4-hour job, a mechanic can probably do it in 1, right? So they can get all this shit done quicker, right? And then they can charge GM, right? And then eventually it comes back and GM goes, why is our warranty cost so high? Yeah. They kind of do that. I mean, not like this or anything. That was me, being a little dramatic as the dramatic. But where was I going? Yeah, so warranty costs, right? But they'll have like a certain how many failures per 1,000 vehicles. And if that number's kind of high, they put the screws to that organization and they'll be like, hey, Mr. Engineer, did you know your part's failing left and right? And it's like, well, everything's to spec, right? And then the supplier's like, hey, everything's to spec. I made it how you wanted to, right? And then some other engineer comes and goes, he's looking at something and he's like, hey, this, your design has missing this little 3 millimeter. And the engineer goes, oh, it wasn't in the best practice. I'm like, oh, no, it's right here. See that little line? See that line right there? Uh-oh. Back in the past, when we didn't have all these woke leaders at the big three, because it's all over. You would get fired. I've seen it happen, especially at Chrysler. Especially if it was back in the day when it was shortly after Chrysler purchased AMC. If you fucked up on the Jeep, okay. So if it was either the Cherokee, the Wrangler, or the Grand Cherokee was relatively new when I kind of got into that. So definitely the Wrangler, the Cherokee, and the Ram truck. If you had an issue and it was one of those things where it's just oh my God, it costs $3 million. They're like, okay, who's the engineer? Out. They're like, oh. They're like, no, you're gone. It wasn't even a discussion. It was gone. So it's you see your name and one guy's like, I didn't work on it. Because he didn't design it. He came in near the end, so he had to put it up. Oh hey, everything's done. All you have to do is just walk the paperwork in. So he walked the paperwork in, but the stupid ass didn't even check the design, right? So. Sorry, guy. He's like, oh, I didn't know. And the big guy, I call him the big guy because he was like Stone Cold Austin. He was like this, and he's like, okay, you didn't start the design. Did you process the paperwork? He's like, yeah. Did you check the design? Yep. They just told me it was ready. It was okay. Never trust anyone. Get out. Guy's like, what? Oh, I can go back to my desk. No, pack your shit. You're gone. They didn't tolerate this shit, guys. You fucked up. You were gone. Once they found out and it was you, and you go to the meeting, it's like you're squirming, right? So they let you squirm, and you're like a little fish out of water, and the guy's got an axe, he's gonna cut your head off, but it's like, hey, did you do this? No! Bam! Because back in the day, people used to die, guys. Like, that's another thing. Like, I tell my engineers, it's like, guys, we don't treat our job seriously enough, right? Yeah, okay, it's cars, a lot of things. We got a lot of safety features, so it's not like the wild, wild west, right? But back in the day, especially civil engineers, you'd make a bridge, right? Well, guess who got to test the bridge first? The guy that designed it, right? Damn, man. I mean, that's harsh, brutal, but imagine that, right? Now what's funny is today, it's almost like the opposite, because we're told to, we gotta find cost savings ideas. So, like, we're like, well, we've already, like, made it so cheap, like it's gonna fail. Like, we're not sure it's gonna meet warranty. And they're like, well, do it anyway. It's like, so you gotta, like, do, they call it CYA, cover your ass file, right? So, like, engineers don't want to do it. They're like, oh, and then they're pressured, right? And then the talk is, hey, talk fearlessly, or, bring up safety issues. And the moment you do, it's like you're the only one, and everyone's just like, the cycle of automotive engineering. Anyway, it was supposed to be about America, but I did, and then tangent. It's my mind thinks like this all the time. 32 minutes. Sorry, guys. I don't know, man. I hope someone is at least enjoying my, like, scatterbrain. Yeah, what do you guys think? Like, do you, like, when you see me and you kind of get a taste. Now, I will say I'm not nearly as scatterbrained at work, and maybe that's a learned behavior. But I'm like this. Like, if I'm out working, right, and I'm like, oh well, I should be doing it like this, but I blame my dad. My dad was always like, oh well, I can do this. It's not a shortcut, but it's just like, hey, I'll do this. I just got to be more careful doing this, and because it's gonna take me longer to go get it, or right. So I find myself doing that all the time. So, every once in a while, it's like something happens and something scrapes my arm, and I'm like, son of a bit. It's not like it's not like it's that unsafe, but, hell, I got this scratch, and I don't even know how the hell I got it. I think it was like 2 days ago, and I'm walking around, and I'm like, why is there blood? I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, I'm not even, I look at my hand, I'm like, I never touched anything with my hand. Like, it's like a ghost came and, like, cut me, and I don't know. Yeah, alright. Anyway, I just hope you guys, someone's enjoying this here. Yeah, we gotta work on, but I'm testing the waters, okay? So if you are listening, thank you for listening this long. I hope you got your giggles. And hopefully some of this is like, yeah, it's the same. Like, I call it this different place, same shit. Like, I talked to my friend, he's a CPA. I got another guy, he's like a lawyer. It's like at a high level, it's the same shit. Man, okay, anyway, I'll go back. Wouldn't it be cool to, like, sit down with Donald Trump for, like, I don't know, 30 minutes and just talk about some, like, random bullshit, and then he'll probably tell you about some story, and then you'll be like, oh, man, I wish I could work on that. And then he looks at you in the face, he's like, hey, you want to do that? I'd be like, want to do it, making an order, sir. Like, I'd be like, yes, sir. I'd drop all my shit. I'd tell my work, I'm walking for the big man, okay? And Trump won't promise any money, right? And then just bust your ass. And he'll be like, you're fired. And I'd be like, dude, I'm not getting a paycheck. And he's like, okay, well, you're still fired. And I'd be like, well, it was a pleasure to work with you, sir. Maybe I can get another chance later. He's a real, from everything I've seen, he's a chill guy. All right, so that I would love to work for that guy. Hell, if I could get the same pay now and work for that guy, or because I won't work with it, right? Although that would be cool. Just follow the guy everywhere. And he's like, why are you following me everywhere? Well, I'm kind of part of your Secret Service detail. What's your name again, kid? I was like, my dad sound like that. Oh, dude, that would be sweet, dude. I tell him he was a Korean War veteran. I knowing him, he'd be like, hey man, come on, let's go for a quick walk. Then we'd go over to like in the mall. There's the Korean War memorial or some shit like that. That'd be cool. He's probably too damn busy to have like random walks, but that would be me as a president. I'd probably have to have like 3 different Secret Service detail. Because I'd be like, probably in a random meeting, right? And I'd be like, oh, god damn it, this is boring. I'd probably get up, leave, and they're like, we're the commander-in-chief just went AWOL. And I'd be like, hey man, I'm the commander-in-chief. I can't go AWOL. If I'm in the United States, I'm not AWOL. I'm like, you guys are AWOL. You got to follow me. Like, sir, you can't just walk anywhere you want. And I'm like, isn't this America? Yeah, but you're the president of the United States. I'm like, what the hell? Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. This is so much longer. It's almost 5 o'clock. Damn it. I didn't want this to be that long. All right, guys. Yeah. Go ahead. Just say it was too long. It's all right, man. All right. Talk it easy. Let's see if we can... Hey, we found the stop button a little quicker this time. Yay!